Our time on the bearing court is over, and for round 9 we move to our final unique court of this tournament, the bounce court. It doesn't really seem very bouncy like this, but that wooden board there in the middle is hollow and will cause the marbles to bounce around quite chaotically, and so it will be quite interesting to see how they perform here. Fixtures for today, looking at that last match in particular, Pebble Hollows up against Tree Troop will be a massive match. Second up against third. Also see the Huntsman Host and the Orid Aces taking at a brawl in the center, so that will also be interesting, and a lot of good matches, of course, in between. To start off though, it's the Monkey Mania and the Vampire Venators, two orange teams that have not been performing very well in this tournament. How will they stack up against each other? Down they come to the middle, you see they're bouncing, and the Monkey Mania are just barely gonna hold on for the win there. That marble on the bottom, you look at them, very, very close to falling off there along with that other one. Just managed to hold on. Venators are going to be disappointed that they couldn't get a draw out of that. They will lose 4-3 to the Monkey Mania, who do quite well on this board. Next up, Porcelain Pirates and the Steelworkers. Porcelain Pirates have been struggling most of the time throughout this tournament. Steelworkers are on a 7-match unbeaten streak. Can they continue this here? Down they come. And yes, they will. They do lose another one in the top left late in the match, but it's not going to be enough for the Porcelain Pirates to eke out a draw. The formation did kind of fall apart in the bouncing. It is quite hard to hold a formation once you enter this court because it is quite chaotic. Marbles do bounce around a lot. Steelworkers managed to hold it though, and they take the win 3-4 over the Pirates. Match 3, Rainbow Lorikeets and the Sparkling Sapphires. None of these teams doing particularly well. Sparkling Sapphires are in the top 8 though. Rainbow Lorikeets gonna have to try get some points here. Down they come! Rainbow Lorikeets are gonna lose their last marble, and it's gonna be a 5-5 washout. First time we've seen that in this tournament. Rainbow Lorikeets looked like they might have been able to have it, but off that rebound, just holding too much speed. The block was not enough to stop that marble from falling off. And the 5-5 draw is sealed between the Lorikeets and the Sapphires. 1 point for each team is the result of that. And our final match before the halftime break, it is the Huntsman Host and the Orient Aces. Brown team up against the yellow team. Both of these teams have been doing quite well this tournament. How do they do against each other? Huntsman Host are going to get it. They'll lose one more marble, but they will hold on for the ultimate victory against the Aces. Orient Aces might have been able to have this had they had a little less momentum there to knock that block off, but it just wasn't in the cards for them. Huntsman Host, not as clean of a victory as they might have liked, but on the bounce court, what else can you hope for? That is a 5-4 win for them. Reminiscing on the last 4 matches here, Monkey Mania wins, Steelworkers win, Lorikeets tie with Sapphires, and the Huntsman Host take the win there. High scoring matches with a single team able to keep more than 2 marbles on the board. Harmonica Ionics up against the Disco Deities. Ionics have been making a comeback since their poor performance on the cloth court. Can the Disco Deities manage to stop them in their tracks? Down they come, chaotic formations, but the Deities are going to draw it. They almost had the win there. Look at this formation for the Harmonica. Just went absolutely everywhere. Got clobbered by the Deities, but they just could not hold on. Lost that one late in the top of the board. And it's going to be a 4-all draw. Harmonica Ionics, they're going to be counting their lucky stars to get away with a point there. Firefly Frenzy and the Wizard Wreath up for match 6. Firefly Frenzy have been doing quite well in this tournament. Wizard Wreath, not so much. How are they doing against each other? Down they come! And the Wizard Wreath have absolutely decimated the Frenzy. My goodness, what a win! The Firefly Frenzy have been absolutely destroyed by the Wizard Wreath. I cannot believe that. My goodness, the Firefly Frenzy have fallen apart completely. That match is 1-4 to the Wreath. What a performance by the green team. Next up, Mad Hatters and the Weather Warriors. Mad Hatters, not a very good team here, but they've been doing a bit better lately. Weather Warriors have been quite up and down. How do they do? And it's a 5-5 washout again. My goodness, these teams have been going at it on the bounce court here today. And that one, every marble has been knocked off for a second time. 5-5 is the score there. Quite interesting to see that again, but maybe not the best for entertainment. But the one we were waiting for, the final match of round 9, Pepper Poets and Tree Troop going at it. Two fantastic teams. Who will come out on top? Down they come. Looks like a draw, but the Tree Troop come in with that final smack on the Pepper Poets to take the win. My goodness, what a fantastic rebound. Look at that replay by the Tree Troop. An amazing shot there. Coming back on the Pepper Poets. It looked like a 2-2 draw, but the Tree Troop have pulled off something amazing there to make it a 2-3 victory. My goodness, what a final match there. Looking at the results of those final 4 matches, Harmonic Onyx and Disco DD's draw, Wizardry to decimate the 5-way Frenzy, Mad Hatters with the Warriors draw, and the Tree Troop there, a fantastic win over the Pepper Poets. Taking a look at how the standings have been shaken up, Steelworkers and Tree Troop still locked at the top, but Harmonic Onyx have now taken over the Pepper Poets, but is still a solid 4 points behind the team in second there. Hans Spinoza also overtake both the Aurid Asen and the Sparkling Sapphires. Monkey Mania also able to rise 3 there up into 11th. Still remains to be seen if any teams in the bottom half can make it into the top half to try and get into finals, but it looks like things will be heating up coming into round 10 back on the bounce court. See you then.